Do moles live in like holes in the ground and then they come out?
Yeah,
like that. And that's what he just looked like in our mountain of cardboard boxes. You know what I love most about the podcast? You know what I love most about the podcast? I'm sorry, I just put
Wait,
my
we
butt,
need the
like,
mic so they can hear us.
No, that mic still doesn't work. Okay? Stop judging me. I do a lot of things, and I'm already okay. But you know what's best about
I'm
the
not
podcast?
judging you. You're judging
I'm
yourself.
talking to them. You know what's great about the podcast is you guys get to see our life go through its stages of life. There's a giant pile of cardboard boxes because I've been saving all of our cardboard for Bolt Wars. It is our number one, our primary resource for Bolt Wars is cardboard, and I've learned that hot glue is the way to go with cardboard instead of tape. So I am prepared this year.
Matt and Becca.
You guys should thank Matt right here, because I was just gonna totally dip on the podcast again today and go clean the gym and work on Bolt Wars stuff, but we love you guys, and Matt was like, no, let's go talk to the Homigos. So take it away. I'm not prepared. I don't want this chair here. What should we talk about?
No, we love doing it. It's fun to do.
I do, absolutely.
We've been having
Look,
rants.
the kids have been in the room, and when you have kids in the room, I get to steal whatever crap they leave behind. This is a great pin.
We've been having some epic rants, I feel like, to each other.
Yeah.
Recently, and we keep saying, "Oh, we gotta do that on the podcast or talk about this on the podcast." So.
I wish my life would be much simpler. Come on. My life would be much simpler if we could just get our mics on whenever we just start ranting. In the moment. There you go, buddy. Oh, you're gonna fall off. You gotta sit up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because
I hope you watch this podcast because it's way better if you watch it.
you have to watch it just to know what's going on. Look at his butt. It looks so big. No, but you have to, because the couple reasons for that would be because we get on these awesome rants and we go wild with these rants. But
He's gonna
also,
fall.
you're like, hey, what did we rant about that we wanted to talk about on the podcast? And I go, I don't remember. That was an entire week ago.
What don't we rant about?
You want to really kick this podcast off on the right foot? Someone asked, do you ever wonder why we're here?
Ooh.
That's like the basis of my brain and all of our conversations. I'm a very purpose-driven person, being that I like if I do something, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't. That's what gets me in trouble is I don't like to do things for fun, even though people. You know what? My life is a lie. Everybody's like.
See, aren't you guys glad I got us to podcast today?
My life, like, everybody's like, Becca's so fun and silly and does everything for fun, and I do. But all my fun is, like, going towards some bigger picture, and that's what makes it fun to me. It's only fun to me if it's contributing to some big purpose, but sometimes I just like to color. I like to do coloring sheets. But if it doesn't like go towards something else, I'm not going to sit down and color. That's why I go
you colored
paint
the
shoes.
Or you
and
painted the Bolt Wars things, and you got to do your
Yes.
coloring, but you had a purpose for
I
your.
was so happy doing that.
Yeah.
See?
It reminds me of my college football coach, Coach Richard Bell. He always used to say, he'd always say to us, he's like, how do you spell fun? W-I-N. It's only fun if you win. We're not playing it's not fun when you lose. So winning is fun.
That's
so
where
find ways to win.
That's where my old person comes out. Is everybody's like, I just do things for fun.
There was controversy
It's
this
all
week.
for fun. But you know what's
You'll
really
you'll
fun?
appreciate this.
Winning.
Yeah, you'll appreciate this. I need to pull it up, or maybe we can put it in here. Is Tom Brady's announcing football games now,
Yeah, I haven't even heard him do a game yet.
and I guess Baker Mayfield made some comment. He's the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks, who Tom Brady used to play for, and he's basically made some comment about like, yeah, Tom wasn't the most fun guy, or something like that, or the team wasn't as much fun, and Baker's got his own personality and it's kind of a little bit more wheels off or whatever. But Tom Brady came back and so did Bill Belichick because he was asked about it. And he was like, you know what? Going to 6 Super Bowls is fun. Winning 6 Super Bowls is fun. Going to the Super Bowl so many times, like, that's fun to me. And so I thought it was a funny pushback.
All I'm saying is everything I do is totally for fun. I only do the things that I want to do, and it makes it fun. But there's this other side of me, and you've seen me at my worst, of just like I can't get myself to sit down. Like if it don't have a bigger reason
Like
that
you
it's
went
going
and bought
to, I'm not
you
going
went
to
and
go.
bought a pizza cutter yesterday for your reels.
That reel's totally
But
flopped,
then sometimes
but
you're
it
like
was
trying to
worth
figure
it.
out your reels, and you're like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
Because it is fun, but it's
So, do you ever wonder why we're
you're doing
here?
it for the people.
All the time.
Doing it for the people.
Constantly. That's the story of my life, is why am I here? Why am I doing this thing? And sometimes I don't really know. I don't know. We do have a good time. We've run across so many to go along that, like we could rant about that all the time, but we've had so many situations where we're having a previous conversation and then some like random person comes in the gym and has like a conversation with us that's so very similar, like our new friend that just came in and we were like, one of Matt and I's long distance dream is to just have a farm, to just go have a farm with every animal we could ever dream of.
And plants.
And then there was someone that came in
I'll
the
take-
gym
I'll
that said
take
they
care
had a
of-
farm.
I'll take care of the plants.
Yeah, and I'll take care of the animals. Okay. I'm sorry. Are you like, do you want to elaborate on that just because you're the one in the house that waters the plants?
Yeah, I keep the plants alive in our house, in our yard.
You've taken on that role.
I like it.
Okay, then don't like brag about it. Okay.
The plants would be very thirsty without me.
It's true. But if you told me like, Becca, can you water the plants? I'd do it. It's not on my to-do list on Sundays though. So get out of it. Thank you for taking care of our beautiful plants that are in the house. Our beautiful orchid that keeps reblooming. Other than that, this week, I'm having, since Tuesday, specifically Tuesday. What day is it? Thursday. Since Tuesday, I've been having a pretty fun week. I've been doing some Bolt Wars things. But Monday, I was probably having one of the grumpiest days I've ever had.
You were pretty grumpy.
Dude, I snapped at people.
I feel like your grumpiness has improved. Your filter on your grumpy days has improved, at least around to me. Or maybe
I've gotten more chill
maybe
in
I
my
just
old age.
maybe I understand what's happening now. In the past, I was like, oh my gosh, does she hate me? Now I just understand it's a day. It's just.
I don't know what happened on Monday. I'm a big preacher to people about like one of my first ever move mindset video that I ever did that should still be on YouTube or maybe Instagram before I moved them to YouTube was, what did Monday ever do to you? Mm-hmm. And it's like, besides give you 24 hours of opportunity, it's not any different than Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, except for the fact that you have to get up at 4 a.m. and I get here early with all the groceries and everything. And I walked into the gym. I was like, I'm feeling good. It's going to be a good day. We're going to train. We're going to get some Bolt Wars stuff going. And then people started walking in the door, and I was just like, I hate all of you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It just hit me. And I saw people's faces, and I was just like, my mood just like, and I couldn't tell, I couldn't like understand why. I was like, it's all of our sweet, loving members. It was just one of those days where I came in contact with human beings, and I was just like, and then this is what really set it off, and I had zero patience for this. When people started complaining about the running that we had in the workout,
yeah.
I go, that just like set me off. And some days I'll joke, I'll joke back and forth with people and everything, but apparently when I'm grouchy and you complain to me about running, which we can all joke about and everything.
You just did reels on it.
I do lots of reels on running, burpees, and bike just because we can all relate to that. I was just like, look at the board. Is the board changing? It was just like so much tood. And everybody just like was like,
Who
okay.
complains the most?
Losers. That was our theme of the week one time. Come visit Bolt to see all of our inspirational quotes around here. Who complains the most? Loser. Okay, but hey, everybody, to quote Hannah Montana, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody have those days. I was super grouchy on Monday, and I go hard reset for Tuesday, and it's been a great week since. Training's been going good. I'm sore today a good bit. I got to go film my reels based on my soreness, so it's always a good day when I have, you know what? It's always a good day when I have a reels idea. If I don't have an idea, hell breaks loose.
That was part of the day on Monday too. That started to happen. You couldn't get that.
But I couldn't tell if my anger was coming from not having an idea, or not having an idea was coming from my anger.
Yeah.
You see where
Sometimes
I
you
went
gotta
with
let go. You gotta
I was
find.
trying.
You gotta find the flow state, or where your creative flow state is, and like what activities help you be creative.
I was painting.
As opposed to like, oh, I'm gonna figure this out.
That is what I looked like on Monday. I was like, why can't I think of an idea?
Why do I even do this? People are stupid.
That was Monday. But we've been doing good since then. How are you guys? We're going to answer a few questions, and then I got to go clean the gym and do all this other stuff. So, are you ready to get into a few questions? I don't have any prepared, so we're just going to scroll through and see what we find. You guys ask these questions on Instagram when I ask for them. So keep an eye out if you guys follow me on Instagram for when I post. Give me questions for the podcast, and this is all from you guys. While I'm finding one, Mandy asked us what our favorite flavor of ice cream is. And that's a hard one. I go through stages of just chocolate or mint chocolate chip. I feel like mint chocolate chip is a mood. Chocolate is always the go-to.
I never do this because, I mean, I could do this. I guess I just need to get it for myself. I love getting Dutch chocolate and almonds. Getting sliced almonds and putting it in the Dutch chocolate.
Well, some of us are allergic to nuts, so you don't do that. So Dutch chocolate is your answer?
With almonds?
You have to answer the question.
I love that.
Okay, is Dutch chocolate your answer?
I don't have a favorite.
You never answer questions.
I usually make milkshakes
Matt
because it's
prides himself on being the mediator between two
too
sides of arguments and everything, or just being like right in the middle of things.
No, I'm a peacemaker.
Yes.
But
you never answer a question. What's your favorite type of ice cream?
I don't have a favorite.
What is the biggest mistake beginners make, I guess, in terms of fitness?
You never answered the ice cream question.
Okay, Dutch chocolate.
Okay.
That's a go-to. Mint chocolate chip is when I'm in a special mood. What is the biggest mistake beginners make in fitness, the fitness realm?
Being the hair.
Okay, that's kind of along the same lines that I was going. Will you explain what a hare is and what you're
A rabbit.
doing?
Being the hare and not the tortoise. Building or finding ways that's going to help you be consistent.
Okay, you're
over
kind of on the same lines.
Long term. What's going to help you be consistent over the long term? That's how you're going to see success. And a lot of that includes doing the foundational things at the beginning and not rushing ahead to do the reps. Do all of the foundational reps so you're prepared for the higher skill or the more challenging things or the heavier weights or whatever it is.
Agreed. I was going to go along the lines of people, and this is just a lot of things, but especially when you jump into your fitness, health and fitness journey, is people try to do it all at once.
Yes.
Kind of on the same lines of that. People do try to, like, not necessarily cut corners, but they're like, okay, I want to see this progress really fast. So they go for that and everything. But they come in here and try to do everything at once, change everything at once, A specific example is we get people walking into trying CrossFit for the first time. Woo! They're getting in the door, they're gonna move their body for an entire hour, and then they come up to us after and they're like, okay, what do I need to do to my diet? And they get on the nutrition train, and we start talking about that, and that is so awesome. Never ever shut that down, but it's already hard enough for beginners to walk through the door and just start moving their body for that hour of class and everything, that sometimes when you start giving all of that, okay, this is what you're going to change all your nutrition and this is what you got to do, and then they maybe get into it, and then it's just so much of a lifestyle change that it's just like you get burnt right from the beginning and you don't take the time to build habits like that. And some people like,
Well, first of all, I'll dovetail on that. One thing about nutrition is it is not complicated. It is very simple, but it is not easy. It is very, very difficult, especially to develop new habits and learn how to meal prep or cook but the simplicity of what you need to put in your body is not difficult. That's easy. People, when they often ask those questions, they're kind of like being a hare in that I want some magic thing or this perfect meal plan or this thing that's like this magic pill that makes nutrition easier, serves alongside of it. Because you can give them, just very basic nutrition advice, like Nutrition in 100 Words, the Greg Glassman kind of quoted, and that's easy to understand, but it's very difficult to implement. And so it's like tools in that. And I think too, this is an interesting question because we were just talking about just different people we've had coming in the gym, and now it's almost like coaching them to be motivated and coaching them. And I've reached out to certain people that have told me they're having motivation issues or they have an issue they love it once they're here, but it's working those habits into their daily lifestyle and creating this as a lifestyle thing for you, versus just I'm just trying to get to this point or getting to this end point. It's like, no, there's no end point. This is like how my life is going to be. It's going to help me have this longevity and health and wellness and create, friendships and different things at the gym that serves my life well outside of the gym.
yeah, that's the coolest thing about, and the coolest thing and the scariest thing about health and fitness is there really is no end to it until you die.
Yeah.
So,
but I think so many people come in the door like, I want to lose 30 pounds, and they're trying to get to this end point, which isn't bad. It's awesome to have that goal because it's motivating, but it's really like shifting that thought of like, I'm going to be doing this my whole life. This is something I'm always going to be investing in because it makes my life better. And
yeah, so why? I mean, it's just taking on the whole how it's already hard enough to build one new habit when you take on 5 at a time. I mean, it's great. You never want to like. I would never ever shut down that excitement, but I would want to guide it to where, hey, let's focus on showing up every single day in the gym. When you check mark that one, let's focus on our protein intake. And then you start seeing those results and you start building those habits one at a time. So I think a lot of mistakes that beginners make is just you're like, this is going to be my new life, change everything about it, and then it gets overwhelming. It's hard to stay
you're like,
consistent
I can't do
with
this
it, and
because
then
it
you
seems
say
impossible.
you can't do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, is just building those habits. One of the guys I was speaking with, I was like, take the tiniest change or tiniest habit you want. This is from Atomic Habits, the book by James Clear, that you 100% know you can commit to. And then you build on that over time. That could be, no matter what, I'm going to get outside and walk for 5 minutes, 4 days a week. You can commit to that no matter what, no matter how busy you are, no matter what you're doing. You can be on the phone doing it. You set up those habits like super tiny, and then you can build on them. And what's going to happen is you're going to get out there, instead of walking for 5 minutes, you're going to walk for 12 minutes or whatever else. And then it just becomes easier and easier to do. And then it starts to be a programmed thing that you do, and you can build on that. And so I've said that to certain people. I was like, show up and do the warm up. And if you don't feel like staying or you just want to get on the bike and do something, I'm totally cool with that. But if you can commit to showing up 3 days a week, doing the warm up and stretching with us, and then if you want to go home, if that's your start, that's what gets you in the door, that's a start. So I think we
It's all-
answered it.
It's
It's
all
it's just
it's building habits is hard. Breaking habits is hard. Building habits is hard. And that's life for you. And it's not going away. If your lifestyle, I mean,
and the
it's
habits are what direct where
what you're gonna do.
what's going to happen.
That's cool. That's cool. Because we were just talking to one of our coaches of we feel like we've had a lot of beginners walk into the door and we're struggling with having like keeping them at the beginning stages. And once you break through that wall of being like consistently walking through the door and we get to see your face all the time, it's awesome. But it's just like that initial, just like how can we pull through people, keep pulling people
This is an
through the door
interesting
is the
coaching
challenge.
concept. This is an interesting coaching concept too, because I was having this conversation with a guy who's about to get his level 1, and we're gonna get him in there coaching. He's interested in coaching here at Bolt, and so, but I was saying, he's kind of very perfectionist, and he kind of reminded me sometimes of how I could be as a coach. Is like, oh, I got to make sure everything's perfect, or the movement, and you obviously want to be very dialed in on knowing your movement and how to correct and cue and all those sorts of things. But, I told him when it comes down to it, like everything you should be doing, like your job as a coach, and I think it's even becoming more apparent now through this conversation and everything, is like every action you take is obviously you have your values and your standards that you're going to hold, but outside of those standards or values, every action you are taking is trying to get them to come back in another day. And so if that means a little bit more like knowing their name, having making sure you're encouraging everyone and you're having touch points, giving them cues on their movement, scaling appropriately so they're so sore they can't move for a week, and it makes them scared to come in. Like all of those little things. I mean, nowadays the bar is so low. I feel like in most places you go, or anytime you're interacting with a business, if you just smile and act like you're happy someone's there, that makes a huge difference. So for coaches out there, whether it be beginners or anyone else, just like because ultimately if they keep coming back, that's how they're going to get results. That's how they're going to have health. That's how they're going to have longevity. That's how they're going to lose weight. So it's not always like you have a beginner. Hey, I've already cued him on his depth on his squat. Let's focus on that. As long as he's not going to hurt himself in other things, I'm not going to just nitpick him to death because I want him to come back to work on those things.
And we all know we have a billion things to work on.
Yeah.
Along that note, and this is what this podcast is going to turn into. We have a lot of great questions. Sometimes I get a little bit of questions, and sometimes I get a lot of great questions. We're going to have to.
Sorry, I ranted. We need to.
No.
We need to put a timer on our questions.
This is how low the bar is for being nice to people right now. I'm not kidding. This is ridiculous. Because first of all, social media doesn't count. Like when it comes to, we've talked about like my social media game. I love when people are so kind and comment all those awesome things, and I'll always do my best to respond to all of those, but at the same time I don't get so high on the nice pretty comments, because I know at the same time when those crappy comments come in, you can feel like really, really low, and you just like, dude, the realm of social media is a whole different thing. But when it comes to interacting with people in person these days, I go to the grocery store a couple times a week, but my big meal prep day to go shopping for a meal prep is Saturday after I go train. Not to mention I look like crap half the time, like I go into the store because I'm beat up from training and everything. But there's always one young dude there pushing all the carts, and I wave to him, I say hi to him, and he always says hi back. So this past week, it had just been a few times, I finally went and introduced and like said hi to him, asked him his name and everything, and he was like, he told me, he was like, it just means a lot because you're always so positive when you walk into the store and everything. And I go, all I do is like smile at someone or say hi to someone when you like repeatedly see them and everything. And I was like, that's being positive? I was like, the bar is just so low. Like half the time I walk into the grocery store, everybody looks like they're dying or they're miserable. And I'm like, that's how simple it is. How simple, like, you can, like, affect someone's day is just smile at them. Just say hi to them. The other day I was on the phone canceling a subscription to something that my dad signed me up for. and I was canceling a subscription, and I go, hi. And she's like, who am I speaking with? I'm Rebecca. How's your day going? And it completely changes the person's tone. And I'm just like, people are craving. Like, how good does it feel when someone says hi to you or asks you how your day was, like these days? That's how low the bar is. You just gotta say hi. You just gotta smile at someone. Oh my gosh, I'm on a rampage now. But, I mean, it made me feel good to finally introduce myself to him. I think it made his day at the grocery store. When people, like, are happy, it makes my day. I live in, like, this fluffy little boat world over here. This is my life. I love it. Sometimes I feel guilty that I don't go out and interact with more people like other people do at, like, office jobs and everything. I don't know where I'm going with this. But all I'm saying is, it's awesome to see people smile and feel good. It's like, it makes my blood boil to see people be ugly to each other.
For no reason, especially when it's for no reason.
Like, everybody's like, oh, Becca's so happy and positive. If I see you, like, be ugly to someone, I'm just like, pound to your face. Like, I got two extremes.
Love it.
What were we talking about?
Beginners.
We were still on that question?
That was from that, yeah.
Okay. Be nice to people. It's free. It's free. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do a couple more, and then I gotta get moving on with my day, because I love the Homigos, and they ask so many good questions that I could spend hours talking about.
We need to start putting a timer on these.
If I yell out, I'm going to the games in every WOD, do others find it as funny as I do? I'd laugh. Is it a mindset thing, or is it just a joke? Either way, yes.
It could get annoying.
That could get annoying if you overdid it, for sure. But here's the thing. That would only be funny if you're actually putting in your whole effort into the workout. If you were just like half-assing it.
No, I think that they're saying they're saying it sarcastically.
Yeah, no, as like a joke. But that's the same thing. It would only be funny if you're hitting the workout hard.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're just like
if
saying
you're using
it and
that
half-assing
sarcastically,
the workout,
so you can.
It's offensive. It's offensive if you're
If you're
half-assing
sarcastically
the workout.
saying it, so you can. It preserves your ego because you're not able to do the workout as fast or whatever, something else like that, then that's kind of annoying.
Sarcastically or not, my answer is if
you're bringing energy and trying to have fun, I'm down with it.
No,
but if it's like every day, like, oh, I'm going to the games.
If you say it like that, you're an asshole. If you say it as a joke and you're still like working hard in the workout, I'd laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have mobility courses? Yes! $5 Fitness has a weekly mobility course that was probably one of my favorites, or second favorites, behind the handstand program. Check out $5 Fitness. Easy way to support all of our content that we do. And yeah, that's like $5 Fitness. All programs are $5. Do you ever get hangry? Of course. We talked about that. And you got any closing remarks? We went on a rampage, and I'm going to leave it at that.
You don't want to ask one more? Or do one more? Okay.
Okay, fine. Here, you ask one. You pick one, and I will keep talking like I normally do.
Let's see. I never have this power.
What am I doing for active recovery
I never have this
today?
power.
We're getting back into structured programming, so active recovery is on the menu today. And sometimes I haven't been swimming in a while, unfortunately. Like, I haven't gotten my butt back to the pool. Maybe they should. Why isn't LA Fitness calling me up and being like, where are you? Why aren't you swimming every Thursday? Because LA Fitness is not.
They're happy. That's their model.
Yeah, they're happy that I'm not
their
there
model
using
is
the pool.
they sign you up and you
How
don't show
rude
up.
of them. They're still taking my money and not telling me to get my butt into the pool. I do want to start swimming again, but what am I doing for active recovery today?
I'll tell you in a second. I'm trying to find a question. Okay, maybe you're...
So, my structured program. Active recovery is usually cleaning the gym for me. You use a lot of abs like this, but the problem is I only like to mop one certain way. Maybe that's why my shoulders hurt.
Okay, what is the hardest workout you do, and what is your favorite workout? or type of workout? People want to know.
I
that
could
kind of
be
stuff.
all dumb and inspirational about like the hardest workout you do is the one that you don't want to do.
Well, really the second part.
You know what the hardest workout to do is?
Oh, I got a good one for this.
Touch and going barbells when you don't want to touch and go barbells. That's the hardest workout. Okay, go.
What is your favorite, maybe your favorite type of workout? Just like a traditional CrossFit.
What?
You're the hardest workout you said. You hate like big barbell sets.
Dude, when my training right now is strength training the majority of the time, and it's like a bunch of powerlifting on like max effort sets, and I get more out of breath doing sets of 8 back squats versus overdoing a 20-minute workout, or any type of sprint workout is hard for me.
What is your favorite type of workout?
Traditional CrossFit. Anything that goes monostructural, gymnastics, weightlifting.
Here's my answer for what is the hardest workout. This goes back to building the habits. The hardest workout I do is on a day, for whatever reason, that my mind is not in a good spot. I feel like crap.
I literally just made fun of that.
Huh?
I literally just made fun of that.
What do you mean you made fun
I
of
said,
it?
people say the hardest workout you do is the one that you don't want to do.
No, not the one you don't want to do. You're not feeling good. You're having a pity party for yourself. It's not your best day. Or you have excuses, you're sore or whatever, and those are the hardest workouts no matter what they are. But forcing yourself to do something, anything, even if it's the tiny thing, can be the most important workout, because it makes fitness and moving your body a lifestyle, and you do it no matter how you feel or what's going on. You make a commitment to doing it and moving yourself no matter what, and that's how it becomes a lifestyle. So I would say that's the hardest thing. And then my favorite workouts, it kind of goes alongside that. Obviously, I love anything high power, interval based is my favorite type of stuff. If I can be team style workouts, I love those. But any day, those would be my favorite.
You know what would,
or
what
just
Matt
days where I'm
secretly-
feeling my joints are feeling good and I can just rip it again.
You know what Matt is secretly good at that he won't do a lot of because of his previous injuries is handstand walks. He could beat probably almost anyone at speed handstand walking in here, and it's solely because he like throws his body like right at it, like
Hey,
Godzilla upside down. Running
mean,
on your hands because you got these monster steps. Sometimes I'll be standing on the other side and be like, he's not going to stop. He's just going straight through the wall. Or going to keep going through the garage door if you're going that way.
watch out.
Like, I would not be able to beat you. Anyways, I want to say that because that's what I was imagining is you like to do things like that, but you're really good at doing, like, your things that you don't want to do, too. And I will say this. When you get through those hard days, because trust me, you got plenty of those, especially when you're training and doing things that you're not good at, when you make it through those hard days, it makes the good days feel that much sweeter. So that's what always motivates me. Once again, my life is alive. You know why? Because I only do the hard things because I'm like, it'll make you feel good about the good things later.
Yeah.
So I do the crappy things.
You're definitely.
Here's the thing. I always do crappy things because I'm like, in the end, it'll make the good things good. But then I never go do the good things because I keep doing the crappy things.
You're definitely. I am like this too, but I've learned my lesson a little bit. But no pain, no gain. Like if it's not causing you some.
Yeah,
sort
but
of
if you
like,
never like enjoy the
I
gains,
know. That's what I'm
you're
saying.
always living in pain.
All pain.
All pain. Forget the gains.
All pain something. We need to come up with a saying.
That's all I got. I gotta go mop the gym.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and ask questions when I post it on the IGs. Follow us. For me, Coach Matt Bear, and Blitz the best boy who's sitting by all the cardboard boxes. We out. Peace out.